Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Myself, along with
Cousin Anita. Hi, everyone.
What's going on, young lady?
Oh, living the best life ever.
Indeed. Thank you for coming to visit us on your vacation. We appreciate it.
Oh, yes. And I appreciate you letting me drink all your expensive bourbon. Yay!
You're always welcome to expensive bourbon. And speaking of expensive bourbon, that's actually our topic for today. Right? So topic for today.
Fantastic.
So, as you know, in the fall season, starting in September, but more really like in October. But the September through the end of the year, this is typically when distilleries release like all of their highly allocated whiskeys. And in my opinion, these we're going to cover 5 that I think they're good. They're just not worth it as a whole. Right.
Well, you know, Cousin Anita saying,
what's that?
I ain't breaking the bank. You know, so we like to keep it simple.
Yes, indeed.
Right?
Yes,
good and simple.
Indeed.
From a price standpoint.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. Yes, indeed. And in actuality, so we're going to cover 5.
Okay.
Only one of these actually come out right now. The other 4, they're out in the, let's call it like the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But I just want to make sure people understand, just because something is allocated and is really expensive, doesn't necessarily also mean that it is fantastic.
Totally.
Is that fair?
Totally fair.
So regardless of when you see it in the year, if it's the fourth quarter or if it's the beginning of the year, don't buy them. They're just way overhyped.
Yeah. Well, you know what I love?
What's that?
That early times bottled and bond.
$25.
That's the best sipping I'll do for $25. I swear by that.
You can't beat that though,
my
right?
4 Roses is not ridiculously priced.
So true.
Even the small batch. So I'm definitely on that train of, hey,
more
you can drink
whiskey.
Good,
you sure can.
And not have to break the bank.
You really can. That is a true statement. True statement.
Yeah.
So we
Don't believe the hype.
So I know you've had my before we get to these 5, you've had my most recent barrel picks. You had the Penelope Toasted and the Penelope Architect, which are both still available for all my patrons. Which of those 2 did you like again? I forgot.
Toasted.
Yeah, you're
I
toasted.
love the toasted.
You love the toasted. That's cool. All right.
Yep. Was getting toasted with toasted.
Yes, you were getting toasted with the toasted. So true.
Yes.
And we had good news. So my first barrel pick, the Woodinville cask strength, that fully sold out.
Yes.
So it's gone. And then my Starlight Honey barrel pick, that also sold out. That sold out quick. That's going out too.
Amazing.
So what's coming up from a barrel pick standpoint for the single barrel for the judge community, we have on Tuesday, right after the holiday, Tuesday, September 5th. Doing a Sagamore Spirit barrel pick.
Nice,
so that's going to be nice. Sagamore Spirit.
Yeah.
And then, so that's going to be a new one that we're picking on Tuesday night. But in terms of ones that are actually going to be available to purchase, in addition to the Penelopes, are going to be in the next several weeks. The ASW, which is a smaller craft distillery from Georgia. The ASW, as well as Frey Ranch from Nevada.
Oh, yeah.
Nevada whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm ready for my trip to Vegas.
So we got a couple in the works, and a lot more planned too, which is even better.
Awesome.
A lot more already in the works, set in stone, but these are the ones that are like right here.
Love it.
All right. Before we dive into this, I want to welcome our newest patrons. Is that cool?
Yes,
all right. Let's go ahead and raise a glass to our newest patrons. So M. Servino the third.
Yes.
Debbie, my good buddy Debbie from South Carolina. Martin. Ryan Johnson, Paulo Monroy, and Victor Quinn.
All right.
So thank you all. Really appreciate the love and support. Thank you all for supporting the Bourbon Judge, as well as all my other patrons, ladies and men. Thank you all.
Yeah, welcome to a great community.
Absolutely. Cheers to all of you.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Whew. Good whiskey.
Baby.
I like drinking affordable good whiskey.
Right.
So we're drinking affordable good whiskey right now. All right. So let's go through these 5. We're gonna go through the price point.
Okay.
And then also, I think at least give you my opinion, the reason why I think that they are just a bit overhyped. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right.
Totally.
It's not in order. These are just 5 too.
Okay.
First and foremost, this is the staple of overhyped whiskey.
Okay.
Number 1 from Buffalo Trace. Blanton's. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So overhyped.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a $65 bottle that most stores sell it for like $130, $200. And I'm like, what? Yes.
Absolutely not.
And the reason why this one's overhyped, because of obviously Buffalo Trace does a fantastic job with marketing. It's in all the movies, all the different shows. So
it's got the cool bottle.
Got the cool bottle with the little horse on top and the different letters that spell out Blanton's. This is an L topper. Overhyped. And just not worth it. I mean, it's a good whiskey, but you can find so many other versions that are similar, like the John J. Bowman, which is basically, essentially Buffalo Trace distillate that they ship out to Virginia.
Okay.
And then they bottle it right at 100 proof. I mean, it's really the same thing as Blanton's, actually at a higher proof point, and it's better. And you can find it for actually MSRP, $45.
Oh, wow.
Right? But it doesn't have a horsey, though. No horsey.
Okay,
so
sorry.
Folks, stop wasting your money on Blantons. Don't believe the hype. Promise you. That is the number one. That is just like, it's just...
And that's a shame.
Isn't it?
That's a shame.
It really is. It's such a gimmick. Decent whiskey. Don't get me wrong, it's decent. But it's not worth paying above MSRP. Not at all, folks. Not at all. All right. That's number one, cousin.
Okay.
Number two. Oh, boy. So this one does come out actually in the fall season from September through December. It is a distillery only release, but you have to win the lottery to get it, right?
Boy, okay. See, now we're doing too much.
Doing too much, right? You gotta win a lottery, and you have to travel to Kentucky in order to even get the bottle.
Come on,
right?
Okay.
So, I've had it before at bars. Number two, I've had it before at bars. It's a decent pour, cousin.
Okay.
But if you find it, you're never going to find it. You will, if you buy it at the distillery, sure, it's going to cost you a good penny. But if you find it in a store, because someone's probably going to be selling it secondary purposes, right? At a liquor store. It's going to be $400, $500, $600, $1,000. $400, $500, $600.
Oh, absolutely not. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely
not. I don't own this brand, but I've had it numerous times at bars, and every time I'm still saying it's not even worth the MSRP. To me, it is a $80, $90 bottle all day long.
Wow.
I don't own this one, but I did my best in impersonation of it. Is that cool?
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm all about the impersonation.
Old Forester. Birthday bourbon. So in all actuality, I do not own Old Forester birthday bourbon.
I'm so glad you don't, because Mrs. Judge would have put you out on the street. Literally. You know, but what's funny about this, so honestly, all jokes aside, so this is not the actual Old Forester birthday bourbon, obviously, right, with the little paper printout. But this distillery out of Georgia, 13th Colony, I think they are one of the only, probably the only bottle or only company on the market that has the exact same bottle shape as the Old Forester birthday bourbon. So that's the reason why I use this bottle shape and then or this bottle and then just printed that up. Is that cool? God. What in the world is the deal with it? What is their claim to fame, though?
So, Old Forester birthday bourbon. It's the birthday bourbon. It's paying tribute, if you will, to the person who founded the company many hundreds of years ago.
Flakes in it?
There's no gold flakes in the whiskey at all.
I mean,
but not worth like the secondary prices. $600, $800, $1,000.
That just hurts.
Isn't that crazy?
Hurts.
Can you imagine paying $1,000 for a bottle of whiskey?
No,
right? But you'll see them in stores all the time in the glass case. Right? Don't believe it. I'm telling you. They can stay there.
That's why they look so dusty.
Yes, they do. So true. Oh, man. They'll be sitting there, and I will not buy it, honestly. No way.
We'll pass on that.
Number three, cousin. Oh, man. This bottle here. This bottle. Another... And I'm not trying to throw shade at this company. Right? I'm really not.
Right.
But... when you produce limited quantities, and even though the MSRP is only like a $60 bottle, right? It has a great age statement, age 12 years.
Right.
It seems sexy.
Right.
There are a lot of other better versions that you can get out in the market rather than buying this bottle. Number three.
Okay.
Buffalo Trace Finest behind Blanton's Weller 12 year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's a good whiskey if you can buy it at $60. But I'm not hunting it because the odds of you finding it at $60, the MSRP, $50-$60 are slim.
Wow.
To none.
Really?
Right? Slim to none.
Okay.
You're going to be paying, guess how much do you think this bottle goes for on secondary? And in most liquor stores. Because most liquor stores are going to mark it up a ton.
I mean, like, is it maybe 2 times what?
Yeah. No. How about like $300-$400?
You are joking.
Swear to goodness. Every day, all day. You'll see it in stores, 300, 400. I've even seen it for 500 in stores.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
That's a hard no.
Yep, absolutely. And I will say, so I have, some people might be asking, like, well, Judge, well, you have these bottles. Well, I do have these bottles. Luckily, I don't have the birthday bourbon, obviously, so I do stay true to my word. I did not buy that. But I got Blanton's at MSRP.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to try it, right?
Yeah.
I had this Well at 12, luckily, from a Store Connect at MSRP, but this is all I have. Yeah. And I'm not buying more of them, right? I'm not buying more because odds are I won't be able to find them at MSRP again from a Store Connect. So I'm not buying more, not as secondary.
Yeah, no, because we're going to get 4-gate. We're going to get, that's what we're going to spend our coins on. That's where we're going to go.
Some old Carter.
Yes,
indeed.
No, we're not doing that. Okay.
Indeed. So good whiskey, just not worth the markup for secondary prices. It's not worth the allocated prices. It really isn't.
Yeah.
All right. Real quick, before we dive into number 4 and number 5, real quick, 3 quick easy favors. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, drop me a comment. Let me know what are some bottles that are out there that are highly allocated that you see on shelves, like in the little glass case, that you are not willing to spend the money on.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, please make sure you also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get a notification each and every time I release new content. Cool? All right.
Awesome.
Cheers, cousin.
Cheers.
Before we go on to number 4, let's get a little sip of whiskey.
Yeah, well, you know, I've been sipping the whole time.
You haven't.
As per usual.
As per usual. Whenever Cousin Nita comes, there's always several empty bottles of whiskey in the recycling can. Or can, rather.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes. I want you to remember my visit.
Oh, man. Really good. All right. Number 4 spot. I'm sorry. This is, so I'm removing myself from Buffalo Trace for a little bit. So this is from a distillery. I know you actually like this distillery a lot. I remember I had to peel Cousin Anita away from their bar because she was just pouring. She wasn't pouring herself, but she was buying some deep pours before we even went to lunch last year. You may remember where we were at.
I know what you're talking about.
MSRP on these bottles range from $200 to $500. But on secondary, if you find them, you're not going to find them at MSRP of $200 to $400, $500. You're probably going to find them anywhere from like $700, $800 up to $1,000 again.
Wow.
The Willett Bourbon, the Purple Tops. Good whiskey. Don't get me wrong, right?
Really good, but not for that price.
Not $400. And when you find it, I mean, that's MSRP. Yeah. Not at $600, $700, $800, $900.
Oh my
right?
God.
Seriously. It's crazy.
So,
it's crazy.
Since you have a bottle of that, let me go ahead and make sure I have a couple sips. Because you all as Bourbon Judge fans know I'm never, ever going to go out and buy it.
Go ahead. Finish that, and I'll pour you some Willett Purple Top. So, funny story behind this one, right? I think Willett makes good products. Don't get me wrong. They do, right? I'm not trying to throw any shade at these brands. They make good products. I just don't think even the MSRP, I don't think is worth it, right? So this is a 6-year single barrel. 600. I think I bought this for like $210, which is pretty much MSRP.
Okay.
I've seen like the 8, 9, 10-year versions, $300, $400. But that's at MSRP, right?
Yeah.
And I turned them down even at MSRP before, right? Because I had this one, and I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So imagine someone not having a relationship, walking into a store and finding it for $1,000, and people thinking, well, I've seen so many people say that it's the best thing since sliced bread. Right? Right?
Yeah.
So let's get you on this Willett Purple Top.
Yeah.
You tell me if you really think that this is worth even secondary prices.
You already know the answer. Even $200 is out of Cousin Nina's league. Yeah, I walk right by all glass cases. If it ain't on the shelf,
you're not grabbing it, huh?
I'm not.
I hear you.
I'm just keeping it real with your fans.
I hear you. No.
It's just not that serious to me. And also, we've talked about this before. Yeah. Like, it's not about being bougie. For me, bourbon is about a good taste and a good time, right?
It is.
So, socializing, interacting, exactly.
Absolutely.
So, drink it slow, savor it. You know, I may shoot it every now and then. Some Bourbon Judge fans have seen that.
More on the every than the now and then.
But as a general rule, we're just sipping, relaxing.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's about. I mean,
indeed,
if you are super wealthy, go for it. I mean,
buy it all.
But even being wealthy, why
would you?
You know what I mean?
Especially when there's better items out there at lower price points.
Exactly.
It's like truly like taking money and throwing it out the door.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And
even like Weller.
Down with that.
Weller's a really good wheated bourbon, but you can find, really good wheated bourbons out there from like makers. Yeah. Larceny has like the standard Larceny.
Yep.
Larceny barrel proof. You can add a little bit of H2O to it to kind of water it down if you want, or buy the Larceny small batch as well. I mean, really good wheated bourbons out there, right? But it's all the Buffalo Trace appeal.
Yeah.
The Old Forester birthday bourbon, the Willett, because there's a purple top, so fancy.
I mean, it is good.
It is good, but it's not worth $600, $700, $800 for it, right? Crazy. Never. At a bar, sure. Get a pour at a bar like you did at the Willett bar for like $15.
Yeah,
sure. That's absolutely fine, right?
I mean, savor, enjoy, have a good time, but
it's crazy. All right, last one on the list, cousin.
All right.
I think of all of these, this is probably by far the most overhyped.
Oh.
At MSRP, $50.
Okay.
But honestly, even if you find it at MSRP, I don't even think the whiskey inside is even worth it.
Well, then it's really not your jam.
It really isn't.
50's not crazy.
50's not crazy.
That's not crazy. That's actually
50's not crazy.
It
isn't, right?
Standard.
And when I had this years ago, when I first even started the channel, I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. Yeah. But I'm not. I don't even know what I'm going to do with my existing bottle that I have. Right. I finished the first one and I went out quickly. This was years ago. Went out quickly and got a second one at MSRP. So I got this one also at MSRP. But I didn't open it, and thank goodness I didn't. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I know some people might be like, Judge, just donate it to me.
Right.
But again, $50 bottle.
Okay.
Odds are you finding it at $50, probably you're not going to.
Okay.
It's probably going to be more in the $300-$400 range.
And is it going to be a hunt? Like you're going to have to hunt?
Big time.
Oh, well then no.
Big time hunt.
Yeah.
The most overrated from the same family, Buffalo Trace.
Oh, no.
Elmer T. Lee. 90 proof. This bottle, I see it I've seen it in numerous stores in that little glass case.
There we go
again. $400. Who is paying $400 for Elmer T. Lee? I mean, the man contributed to the whole whiskey industry. Yeah. I get that.
We've sampled. We've had
it, right? It
wasn't memorable enough.
It wasn't memorable enough, right? I mean, it's not. It truly should be maybe a good $35, $40. Yeah. Hence the reason why, look, there's a lot of dust even on my bottle.
See what I'm
because
saying?
I don't know what to do with this one. Yeah. Honestly, I went out, got the one, went out quickly. This was years ago. I got the second one. I don't know what to do with this bottle.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
Decorative.
Yes, decorative. It's good for display. So, folks, these are 5 whiskeys that are definitely not worth the hunt, not worth the price point, not even worth, honestly, MSRP on any of them. Don't believe the hype. Don't let anyone else tell you that they are worth it. I promise you, they are not worth it. Save your cash.
Yeah, it's too hard out here in these streets to blow it on this guy.
It sure is. Literally, it sure is. Until the next time, friends, thank you, cousin, for visiting.
Of course.
Peace, cheers, and most important, salute.
All right.
Cheers.
Have a good one.
Indeed.